so it looks good for a while because you have all these new skin cells, but over time it's going to really thin your skin and age your skin. And it's designed to balance your entire body system. So all of your organs, your kidneys, your liver, spleen.
Hi, everyone. I want to thank you so much for tuning into my channel. If you are new here, my name is Kimberly McIntyre. I'm a nutrition and wellness coach, and I love to bring you information to help you on your health journey. And today I have a special guest with me. Her name is Jackie Van Ruler. Jackie, I want to thank you so much for being here today and sharing this amazing information. Will you tell us a little bit about your personal story, how you got started?
Yeah, so I got started. I was actually an RN for about 20 years. Towards the end of my career, I started getting really bad IBS and had always kind of dealt with some constipation as a kid and stuff like that. But in my 30s, kind of later 30s, I had some pretty bad IBS, alternating, constipation, but mostly diarrhea, just issues with, gassiness and all that stuff. And I got out of nursing and then decided to try aesthetics because I really didn't know anything about skincare. So I thought, oh, I'll get into aesthetics. And then learned from there, I bought a book about facial reflexology. Facial reflexology, I can't even say it. Really got interested in it when I found this book because I'm like, you can actually use little points on the face to heal your body. And I'd already done some foot reflexology, so I knew how helpful that was for my clients and things like that. So I really got interested in facial reflexology, but couldn't find a class or anything at first. Once I found a class to take, I literally signed up like the instant I saw it. It was like I got a little thing in my email from the Dean Chan Multi-Reflex University. Got this email literally like pulled over on the side of the road and was like, I need to sign up right now. It's going to fill up. I know it's going to be. Ended up in this class. I think it might have been the first one even offered in the US. I don't know. And there were only 4 people in the class. We had the class in a coffee shop. And I was just intrigued and fascinated from that point on. Loved it and literally got back to Denver. The class was in Nashville and pretty much just started offering it on my clients right away. At the time, I was doing some chemical peels and microneedling and stuff like that. And I pretty much switched all of my clients to straight to facial massage. So facial reflexology, I'd also learned gua sha right about the same point and kind of put together some different types of facials and pretty much told my clients that I wasn't going to be doing like the chemical peels or the needling anymore. So
Since you just mentioned that, will you explain why?
chemical peels, I mean, you're putting acids on the face. It will help you look younger for a while, but it causes your skin to turn over really fast. And every time that your skin turns over, the little telomeres on the end of your genes get shorter and shorter. And so it decreases the length of time that those cells work well. And so it looks good for a while because you have all these new skin cells, but over time it's going to really thin your skin and age your skin. Microneedling, I think is, I liked it because it does kind of form new collagen and stuff in your skin, but you're doing a painful procedure. You're literally sticking needles into the skin. And then with that, you're also usually using products. I actually had a client who had a bad reaction. I'd used a vitamin C cream, needled it into her skin, and she had a really bad reaction, had to be on some steroids for a while and things like that because her skin got so bad, so badly irritated and stuff. And I was like, I don't really want to do things that can harm my client's skin. I want to make their skin better.
It's interesting because when I started going and getting facials and they wanted to do the deep chemical peels on me, and there was
Uh-huh.
just like I wanted to because there were
Yeah.
some aspects I was excited about it, but there was something that stopped me literally inside
Yeah.
that was just like, I'm not ready for this. I feel like I need to do some more research, and I never did. And I'm
Yeah.
so thankful. Tell us about that facial meditation and how this is helping people on their health journey, just some different aspects about that.
So my Pure Energy Facial Meditation course is a facial reflexology class where you learn a specific routine that you do the same routine on everybody. And it's designed to balance your entire body system. So all of your organs, your kidneys, your liver, spleen, and we talk about in the course what all of those organs do for your body, both physically and emotionally. So when I was first learning facial reflexology and got into learning more about traditional Chinese medicine as well, because I do follow a traditional Chinese medicine aspect from it, I'd be doing these different facial reflexology formulas, and I'm like, well, why are we stimulating the kidney points to, like thicken the hair. So if somebody's like losing their hair, why would we work the kidneys? Or why would we work the liver for somebody who has like a, tendonitis or something like that? And so I couldn't figure out why we were using the different organ points. And so I just kind of studied and got to realize that each organ has its own energy and it does different things in the body and the way that it functions. That's pretty cool how each of these organs works together to make sure your body runs effectively. And so the pure energy facial meditation is designed to get the whole body into balance. And then as you're doing it, you can actually feel the areas of the face where there's stagnation, where there's stuckness, where there's breakouts, or whatever it is that's going on in the face. You can actually feel the organs or the different points that need extra energy.
So I was already sold when I started listening to your videos or watching your videos because I do visual assessment myself, and then
Uh-huh.
I teach them how to heal with food and movement. So this is just another level. And we were talking before we started this video about how she just has such a deep understanding, and that's what I want, is that even deeper understanding with each organ. So we have meridians that run through our body and they actually connect. And here in America, the medical field, they deal with parts. We have the heart doctor, we have the brain doctor, but this is all wrong because it's all connected. And, it's just like when someone comes to me and they've had their gallbladder removed and they think one and done. But what they don't realize is when one organ is affected, they're all affected in some way. That one was just yelling the loudest. So if
Yep.
we don't take time to actually mend what's going on and what caused that, the root cause, then they're going to end up with a times two, a times three if we don't really get a handle on this. And so the things that Jackie is teaching us is how to mend from these, like you said, stagnations and things like that. So it's very exciting that we have the ability to tap in and help our bodies heal so much. So we just have to tune in.
Totally.
Part.
The thing I've found too is that like so much of what we're hearing from the outside world or from the medical community is completely against how our body actually works. So if you know how your body works, then it's like, oh, I can actually do these things to improve the health of my body.
We've got to clear up the confusion.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's really what my channel is all about, is clearing up the confusion, because there's
Oh
so
yeah.
much information out there.
Uh-huh.
And I get the undertones on a lot of your stories. So I like it a lot. Okay, she has a tool and it's called the Magic Wand, and you actually came out with that, right? That is your
Yeah.
product. Okay.
Yes, I had it developed because the original products I was using, there was one that was similar to this that had a smaller or that had an end like this, but the one that they were really promoting with the school that I went to was very sharp and pokey. And so when I was using it on clients, it was actually uncomfortable. So this one, what you do with facial reflexology is you find a point. So like the kidney points are going to be in line with the corners of your mouth. Bring your fingers all the way up to your hairline and then down just a tiny bit. And in here, you might feel a spot that your fingers kind of sink into. So those are your kidney points. And so then you use the wand to just activate that point. So you just do little circles on that area, preferably clockwise, for like 5 seconds. And that just kind of activates that energy in your kidneys. So if your kidneys had low energy, even just that 5 seconds is kind of restoring that energetic flow to your kidneys. I developed this one because I wanted to have a slightly wider tip of it so that it wasn't pokey on the different organ points. And then with the pure energy facial meditation, you're doing 30 minutes of working the entire face. And so I want it to be very comfortable, and actually the goal of it is to get somebody's brain and nervous system into the theta brainwave state. So to get out of the stressful beta brainwave state that most of us are in most of the time, you want to get into the theta state where you're more creative, your body's actually healing. And when your body can get into these different brainwave states, and you're more likely to get really deep sleep at night, actually go into the delta brainwave state, which is where your body really heals. I have so many free YouTube videos that people can use. I used it probably the very first thing that I noticed when I started learning facial reflexology is that my anxiety went away. I didn't even know that I had anxiety. So when I got my first treatment, it was like I had 3 days where I was just like calm, like completely calm. And I was like, I didn't even know what that feeling was. And so I was like, oh, this is kind of incredible. But then I was kind of worried because I'm like, if I feel this calm all the time, am I ever going to get anything done? But I found that I was just like getting more done easily because I wasn't worried about it.
You have that video on YouTube?
I have, yeah, tons of videos on YouTube for everything from anxiety to knee pain to foot pain to digestion. Yeah, all kinds of stuff.
If someone, let's just say someone's working on their kidneys, and
Uh-huh.
how many times a week should they be doing this?
If you can do it every day, that'd be great. The
Okay.
kidneys are an organ that like they take a long time to get out of balance, and so it can take a while for them to get back into balance. So things with the kidneys could be like hair loss, kind of depression, some low-grade anxiety, just feeling like fatigue, feeling like you just don't have like the energy or the motivation to do things. Could be any urinary tract infections or issues with the urinary tract, even like irritable bladder or things like that. Yeah, you just feel like you like have to use the bathroom all the time, even getting up at night. You can work on the kidneys, and a lot of my students have found that when they start doing facial reflexology, that they stop getting up at night to use the bathroom, and so they get more sleep. Your kidneys nourish your whole brain and spinal cord, so you need to get that deep rest and that deep sleep in order to have good brain function, good spinal cord function, good nervous system function.
So tell us how someone can get into your facial meditation course and how long is that course?
So of course it's a 5-week class. I do offer it every few months or so. We are in the middle of a class now, actually on the 4th week. It's 5 weeks long. I plan to offer it again probably towards the end of April. I'm going to do a level 2 class, which we're going to do kind of builds on the facial meditation. So we talk more about specific organs and specific routines you can do for people to strengthen that organ. And then we do some face readings, so looking at people's face and being able to tell what type of energy they have. Do they have watery energy, woody energy, fiery, earth, metal, whatever it is? And then what are the, personality traits that go along with it? And what do those people do? Like when they're strong, what strengths do they have? And when they have like weaknesses in their body and emotions and stuff, then what shows up for that? So it's a really cool way of just getting to know people, getting to know yourself, and being like, oh, okay, I can see why this is showing up in that person because they have this going on.
And what is so neat is that when you get it in balance, the personality can actually change. Like this is
Yeah,
intense.
totally. Totally.
And so you can come out from that bad mood or anger or whatever that is and just it's amazing because it just gives validation that this actually works.
Yeah,
It
I
really
can't
does
tell
work.
you how many people have gone through like a series with me and have changed jobs or made like big life decisions that they couldn't make before because they were just kind of in fear or they didn't think it would work, and then it just happened so easily.
Yeah, that was the last one that I was listening to about indecisiveness.
Uh-huh.
And that's key. Like that's like, hello, something's wrong because we weren't meant to be indecisive. It's not
No.
normal. And it
Yeah.
can be fixed. And that's the beauty
Absolutely.
about all of the things that we're trying to teach is that it can change and be better.
And it doesn't require years of therapy either.
Exactly. One of the things that you put up the lady that had the lip in the line right here, and you were talking about what that meant. And
Yep.
I could clearly tell that whoever she is, that she had who was she before I,
Elizabeth Hurley.
okay.
Uh-huh.
She's obviously had lip injections. I said, would that not have something to do with could it have a different reading because that plump lip's going to cause like that tightness that maybe wouldn't have been there before? And you said to some degree. I want to talk a little bit about that. And because you had made another comment, I wish I wrote it down so I could say exactly what you said, but basically about how those type of things. So I'm going to guess that we're also talking about Botox. We're also talking about fillers and things like that,
Mhm.
how they can change
Yeah,
something.
they can change your energy. Yeah.
Okay, that's what you said. They can change the energy. So will you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, so any type of whatever you do to your skin, your face, whatever is going to change your energy. So if even if you dye your brows or you get your brows microbladed, that will change your energy. your brows are kind of about your liver energy. And so it's assertiveness and things like that. So if you get your brows microbladed and they're really thick, all of a sudden your energy is going to be more assertive, possibly more aggressive. It's giving you more of a masculine energy because it's a very masculine trait. If the lips have to do with nourishment and giving and receiving pleasure and things like that. So it could definitely have to do with those types of things. So every change that you make is going to change your energy. But Botox and fillers, they cause stagnation within your body because you're putting something in there that's making it not move. And so Botox, you're trying not to show expressions. Well, over time, if you're not able to make expressions, you also don't read other people's expressions well. And so what they found is that people become less empathetic of other people because they don't actually, they're not able to read other people's expressions as well. Furthermore, I've had a lot of people that I've known who have done Botox for years and years and years that end up either having issues with digestion or mental health. So a lot of either depression or anxiety or things like that, or digestion, which is also associated with mental health and stuff as well. I've had people who've had some pretty serious stuff going on with it after a while. With fillers, a lot of people have reached out that they just have fillers that won't dissolve. And so they'll get kind of like lumpy areas in wherever they've had fillers placed. Facial reflexology can help to get rid of that, but it takes time and it takes a lot of massage on the face and stuff to kind of get rid of them.
I had come so close and I was going to gift myself Botox for my 50th. And
Uh-huh.
then I went right back to the books and I dove back in because that's just how I do to
Yeah,
study and the effects. And, I decided not to. And the more I've heard, and now I'm hearing it again from you, I heard it from Nikki Robertson. I'm just thankful, and no judgment against people that do that, but I'm thankful that I got this information before I ever had that. I never had it done,
yeah,
and now I am learning ways naturally to help. I have before and afters that are just like I actually got the brow to lift higher on the bone just from doing some manipulation.
yeah, yeah,
And, getting that to kind of open, like the skin is open to suggestion.
yeah,
So
absolutely.
I've been appreciating everything that you're putting out there to help. And then another thing, because I had reached out to you, I had just constant, and it's not chap. Chap's like a burning red. That's not what I
Uh-huh.
had. It was like a dry bottom lip that was just constantly peeling. And
Mhm.
you had put the information up there about that being connected to the small intestine, that being an
Mhm.
issue, and that I need more healthy fats. And right before you posted that, a
Yeah.
light bulb went on in my head that I am not getting near enough omega-3s because
Ah,
omega-3s are fat soluble and I need to take them with food. So
uh,
when I get up in the morning, any of the supplements that I take on an empty stomach, I remember no big deal because you get up in the morning, you just go take them.
yeah.
Then by the time I eat breakfast, I forget. And so I'm forgetting my
Okay.
omega-3s. So as I'm reading what you said about it, it all made total sense because I'm totally deficient in omega-3s. So
Okay, yeah.
I don't eat fish. I wish I did. I'm not proud of that, but it's just gag reflex. I just have never been able to do it.
Uh-huh.
And so I have to supplement with omega-3s. And so I've been doing this now for several weeks and I've been noticing a big difference and making sure
Nice.
that I'm getting those probiotics and digestive enzymes and eating clean. So it has made a huge difference. So I really appreciate you
Yeah, you're welcome.
giving that information.
I think the biggest thing is just that you really are in control of your own health. And so when we put that, we put our power into the medical system or the doctors or whatever, we actually are giving our power away. And so if we learn to kind of take care of our own selves and we can listen to what other people have to say, of course, but then responding to how our body reacts to it. So if you hear about, well, a certain diet, does that actually make me feel better? Because a lot of times people will go on a certain diet, they don't feel any better or they feel worse, but they still think that it's it's the healthiest thing for them, even though they have more gas or more joint pain or, bigger headaches or whatever it is. It's like, oh, if I just push through, but listen to your body will tell you,
Yes.
yeah, that's not working.
And
Or that's working.
that's the big light bulb we want to go on is your body knows, and we just need to tune in because people either never knew or they forgot.
Mhm. And
Your
we
body.
don't need nearly as much, like we think we need these creams and this and that and even supplementations and things like that. Like sometimes we're just doing too much and that can actually throw your body out of balance too. So
Absolutely.
just, really adding things in slowly if you're going to add things in and then how does this affect me? Do I feel better or do I feel worse? Do I have more energy, less energy? Do I get better sleep, worse sleep? How does my body feel? And actually going from that versus just listening to what people are telling you to do.
Yeah, pay attention. We have to pay attention.
Yeah,
If you
absolutely.
want to live your best life, you have to pay attention.
Yep.
It's
Your body will always tell you.
great. Well, Jackie, I want to thank you so much for taking the time to share this information. And
Yeah.
if you guys tune into her Instagram, look at her YouTube videos. There is so much amazing, helpful information there. And I'll put links below so that you guys can know how to reach out to her and start watching some of her things. And if you'd like to take her facial meditation course, you can do that as well. And it's not just for estheticians, it's also for people
Yeah,
that
it's for
want their own learning for
anybody.
themselves.
Yeah, I have a lot of estheticians and massage therapists that take it, but I also have people that are just going through like fibromyalgia or different types of things that use it for themselves, or people that want to start a side hustle or a new career, or just use it for friends and family. I've had a lot of people that just want to learn and they're not sure what they're going to do with it.
Well, I
And
hope somebody here in South Carolina will take the course because I'd like to go to them. I
right?
need somebody here. There's no one here. There's someone in North Carolina, but there is no one here in South Carolina. So you can be the first. All right. Well, you guys go and check her out. I want to thank you so much for watching. I would love to hear a comment. Have you guys, is this new for you? It was new for me up until a few months ago. Just, the whole facial reflexology and how impactful it actually is. So thanks again for watching, and you guys have a great day.